guys, it's Katie. I know it has been a while since we posted a video, a while, but I just thought I'd make a quick video for you guys showing you how to put together a room and be happy with it when you are finished. So if that's a struggle for you, keep watching. Okay, so one of the biggest things I hear when people decorate their houses, and even some things that I've felt before, is I know what I like, and I know the items that I like when I see them, but I have a hard time putting them together in the same room that doesn't look overdone or just that doesn't flow. And so I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I do that help me to get to the end result that I'm wanting to get to. Now I'm not saying like if you're wanting a super high-end room with all these expensive fixtures, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can put together a room that has the overall feel and overall look that you're going for, regardless of your budget, and this is how to do it. So I've got some screen videos from my phone that I'm going to put in here, and you'll see that I have Milanote as an app. I have not yet figured out how to use that, so if anyone sees that and you're like, why aren't you using Milanote? It's because I don't know how to use it yet. We have been here in our house for a few years, and I haven't full-on decorated anything yet. I like to go through and decorate one room completely. Like, I don't like to bring in little pieces here and there. So I've been holding off until it was time. So we are going to be starting in the boys' room, and we're going to decorate their room from top to bottom very soon, like right now. So I'm going to show you guys my plan for their room. At first I really wanted to go like real minimalistic, like big boy room with like muted greens and blacks, and then I was like, you know what, they're kids, they can have dinosaurs in their room, and that's okay. And so that was something, like, I really didn't want like Paw Patrol bedding and stuff, but I figured dinosaurs, like they love dinosaurs, and I decided instead of going for like the minimalistic cute boy room, we're gonna go for more is more, because I like them. We're gonna do more. Number one step, I would say, is to just get on Pinterest and pin. Anything you like, just pin it on there. And so I did for their room for a while. I just like put different bedding, different, colors, all sorts of things. Pin everything. Then you need to go in and refine your pins. And instead of deleting everything, you can also have like two boards. Like I added a second board where it was like final decision boy room. And as I found something specific, I would pull it over and put it in that file. And you can just keep refining and refining and refining. You can delete the other ones if you want. I didn't want to lose those for like future ideas, so I kept them. But refine your pins, and once you get down to, I can't even give you a number, but basically don't be putting like black bunk beds and white bunk beds and wooden bunk beds. Like, figure out what your eye is drawn to the most and pick that final one and put that in there. And that's not saying this is exactly what you're gonna do. This is just the overall feel. Hey guys, you'll have to forgive me for interrupting, but I've never done a video like this where I've sat down and talked through an outline before, so I missed something very important at this spot right here that you're watching. I wanted to talk about temperature. When I say the feel of the room, some people want a very cold, sterile feel in their room that's just very, very clean and crisp and just fresh. Other people want like a warm cabin feel, and so that's what I'm saying about the feel of the room. You want to think of the temperature that you're wanting the room to give off. Like, are you wanting to veer more towards that sterile side, or are you wanting to veer more towards the cozy side? And then that will help you when you're choosing your whites and stuff like that. Like if you're wanting crisp and clean, then you're going to want blue hues and blue tones and pure whites. And then if you're going to want something like cozier and warmer, you can pick more like off-white tones and like reds and oranges. So that's what I'm saying as far as the temperature of the room and the feel of the room. I'm referring to the temperature that you want the room to give off. The third step is the biggest one for me, and it's the most helpful for me. And once you figure out like your overall vibe for the room, that's when you're going to move to step 3, which is find your number one inspiration piece. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard the whole thing about pick your rug first for your living room and make that your inspiration piece. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be a blanket where you're just like, oh, Anthropologie has this blanket, and it's just like, it's everything I want for this room. Pick that as your inspiration piece, and make your inspiration piece something that you are going to buy for that room. My inspiration piece for the boys' room was this dinosaur bedding, and I looked everywhere for dinosaur fabric for like somewhere in between like baby and big boy, and I found this and I was so excited, And it's actually not fabric. They're from H&M. It's a duvet cover and a pillowcase, and they're from H&M. I just said that. It's been a while since I filmed. This is really odd to like talk to the camera and like no one else is in the house. Super weird. Anyway, so I decided, since I couldn't find the right fabric, and I was like, duvets are double-sided. That's a lot of fabric. So I went ahead and ordered these, so I know for sure I am getting this. After you find your inspiration piece for the room that you're working in, I like to go to this app. What's that one? With like the little colorful leaves. Go to Colorname, and you can download a picture in there, and then you can use the color dropper and drag it to where you want the color to be. Screenshot that color, as many colors as you want. I don't know if there's a rule. There's probably a rule saying like, only use 3 main colors per room, or something like that. I don't even know. Grab all the colors you like, because this is your house and you can make it how you want it to be. Once you screenshot those, crop them down to little squares. Got it? After you've screenshot your colors, you need to be able to figure out what tones, like wood tones, you're going for. You need to figure out what fixtures, like are you wanting gold or brass or black or bronze. Figure out that. Even find inspiration pictures that have nothing to do with a decorated room. Like you can even find a picture of a girl standing by the ocean and you're like, oh, that just embodies everything I want for this room. Put that in there too, because it shows you that feeling that you want your room to have. So find your inspiration picture and put that in there too. I didn't even tell you. Make sure you're using the PicCollage app. You can use whatever collage app you want, but that's the one that I use because it's just really easy to move things around and freestyle, like change the sizes of everything. So I'm using that app, PicCollage, and I'm putting my pictures into that. Sorry, I didn't say that a second ago. Okay, so once you got all your concrete elements, let's see, colors, tones, feeling. Oh, super helpful for color palette. I did this a few times, and I even ended up with a different final inspiration board than the one that I'm showing in this video, but I made the video for it, so I'm gonna leave it here. But if you take your colors and arrange them in size based on percentage of how much of that color you want in that room, it's really helpful to be able to see that amount of color. So instead of saying, I've got the rainbow in this room, it'll be like white, black, green, brown, yellow, pink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm making circles with my hand, can you tell? So basically make the size of the colors in proportion to how much of that color you want in that room. And that's going to really help you once you get to Home Goods and you find a quilt that is just colorful with all those colors, but you were really aiming for just touches of color and you don't want that much. So instead of buying that, you'll know, no, that's got way too much in it. I'm going to go ahead and go for something a little less colorful. Does that make sense? So that helps a lot, being able to figure out how much of the color percent-ish you want. And I didn't use any math, I just eyeballed it. All right, so then once you've got that done, once you've got your little inspiration board, keep it on your phone and take it with you everywhere and make that your decision on everything you want to buy for that room. So if, I don't know, like if there's a green blanket, I keep going to blankets, or pillow or something, but it doesn't have to match that color on the color palette. It has to be able to blend. Like for their room, there's no blue on this color palette at all. But I saw some jewel tone blue dinosaur stuffed animals at the store for like $1.50. They were on super clearance. That color's not in there, but that color really went with the feel of the room that I was going for. And then even when I was at Joann's buying fabric for the quilts, there was some fabric with the little splotches of that blue color in, and I was like, wow, like it was like made to be in that palette. So use it to help you decide if stuff blends and if stuff goes. So then if you've got like Moroccan pattern tiles as an inspiration and you get to the store and you're like, wow, I really love these bright pink and yellow polka dot tiles, you'll know, although Moroccan and pink and yellow polka dot could be cute, but you'll basically know like that's not the feeling you were going for. You were going for a spa feel, not super fun, playful, cutesy feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, hopefully this helped you narrow down ideas on how to keep your room straight and organized and know how to get through decorating your room and say no to all the cute stuff that doesn't quite fit That being said, this is your house. So my biggest rule that I follow is if you see something and it makes you happy and it brings joy to you, then put it in your home because your home is supposed to make you happy. It's not supposed to make Instagram happy and it's not supposed to make Pinterest happy. It's supposed to make you happy. So in the end, that's the rule. That's the main goal. But if you're struggling with how do you make your brain feel happy when you see a put together space, this is something that can be really helpful for you. Another note I want to put on that is acquiring things for your home. Now, I understand that it could be so fun to just go and buy everything for your room all at once. I've never been able to do that financially. Plus, I really like to thrift and I like to make things. But that's what I was going to say. It's so much more fun, and you guys all know like how much I love thrift shopping and how much that applies to our home and our lifestyle. That if you take time and find things that you love and find things that are special to you and curate your home is going to have a totally different feel than if you were to go and just buy things that look pretty together based on your looks alone. So how cool would that be to just have your home full of things that aren't just beautiful but that are special to you too. So anyways, happy decorating. I'm going to go and start working on fabric things for the boys' room and more videos to come.